You will go one-on-one with The Undertaker!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hit the Books, the only weekly realistic fantasy booking podcast in the universe. I am your host, Ryan Knightsey, the creator of Monday Night Raw, as it were. And with me, as always, is the man of 1,000 nicknames, the bookman behind SmackDown. Does that mean that's not really a saying at all? Mikey Manfredi. Mikey, how you doing, bud?
Yes, the SmackDown Booksman.
The Booksmith.
That's me.
It's like the Poopsmith, but books, I guess.
That's me, the SmackDown Booksmith.
God,
Just pumping out SmackDown cards.
I don't like the phrase "pumping out." Did you? I just popped myself for saying Poopsmith. Do you remember? I used to watch Homestar Runner a shit ton back in the day, and I love that. I love Poopsmith. I love Strong Bad. I love all those guys.
Nice. You know, Strong. He was in an episode of the Aquabat Super Show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was Carl, and he was like a carny, and his thing was he had a Cobra Man, a part Cobra, part human, and he would take the Cobra Man around and like charge people money to show off the Cobra Man. And then he scammed the Aquabats, took their truck, and took the Cobra Man on the road. But anyway, point is, he was in it like the real life Strong Bad was in it, but he wore the Strong Bad mask, but in real life.
That's awesome. That's so good. I love when people are creative enough to do crossovers like that, and studios are like, yeah, sure. I guess not studios.
I'm gonna send you a picture.
Yeah, thank you everybody. While you're sending that, thank you everybody for listening to this week's episode. We've been doing this. What is this, week 4, show 4 of season 3, where Mikey and I have been doing SmackDown v Raw every week, and it's going pretty good so far. Gotta say. A rivalry is forming between us. There is, I believe you just sent me this. Was it through Google? Google Hangouts. A rivalry is forming between the two of us, and we're doing the best to make sure we destroy each other in the polls. And oh my god, this is straight up the guy. But he's also wearing like the rose and tuxedo mask.
Yep.
Very interesting. I look into
that. And he talked like Strong Bad the whole time, the whole episode.
He better have had. Hit the books. We've been. If this is your first time here, this is what a weird intro to be. But if this is your first time listening, thank you so much for listening. We are a realistic fantasy booking podcast. We are fantasy booking. Anyways, I guess no
realistic fantasy is the term we've coined.
We should probably drop the realistic fantasy because it's like it's like fantasy booking, but also if we were being realistic, we wouldn't be doing shows at all. No, we would be doing shows actually. We'd be doing shows, but with a much limited roster.
We're fantasy. Okay, how about loosely realistic fantasy booking?
We're something in that vein. Basically,
based on reality.
Basically, a reality where it's not vaccine free. We need a vaccine. Geez, this is off the rails. Basically, every week, Mikey and I write our own wrestling cards. That includes all the matches, the match results, the promos, the segments, all that stuff. We write them. Mikey handles SmackDown, I handle Raw, and we present them to each other, sort of like a surprise. And the winner of each week can be voted on by you, the audience, by voting in our Twitter poll at HitTheBooksPod. It will be pinned on our Twitter at the time of, by the time this comes out, hopefully. And you can vote on which card was better. And the poll last week for last week's episode, which was, I believe, Raw's main event was Keith Lee versus Roman Reigns, and SmackDown's main event was Charlotte Flair versus Ember Moon in a Women's Money in the Bank qualifier. The winners of that poll was... This is the drum roll with my mouth. Thank you, Mikey. Even better. Way better. Literally way better than mine. The winner of the poll was my booking of Raw. 2 weeks in a row, baby.
Damn it!
I won 63% of the vote. I think it was a little bit closer than the week prior. I'm not entirely positive, but won another one. It's now what? Our record is 2-1, Mikey.
I thought I had this. I thought I had last week. I thought I was a good. I thought my full Money in the Bank qualifier card had it, but no.
I think the Roman Reigns story is it's driving me numbers. That's going to be my guess. Also, the Keith Lee victory I think was a big surprise thing as well.
Yeah.
Plus R-Truth getting the Money in the Bank qualifying match. It's got to be a big one. And so I know for a fact you told me before that you're working hard. You're coming in with a swerve. I have also a potential swerve on this card, so it feels like we're having a great A swerve off. So I'm excited. Swerve off. It's just going to be Isaiah Scott is in the main event of both of our shows. So besides all that stuff, Mikey, before we get to the show, how are you doing? How's life? What's up with me? What's up with you, bro?
Not much. I've just been working and then staying at home when I can.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was Cinco de Mayo, so I got to drink a little bit. That was fun.
What I was about to say, what did you do for fun for Cinco de Mayo?
Well, I went to work.
So and you went to work drunk, you say?
I wish. No, I wish. I came home from work and then I made myself margaritas and partied over Discord with a friend.
Oh man, that's nice. I got mad about the turnips on Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I heard. This was a rough story, bro.
Yeah, I had a friend whose island was selling. If you're playing Animal Crossing New Horizon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, I'll explain it to you. Stock market.
Get in on that. Get in on those stonks.
Stonks? Did you say
stonks.
Stonk? You mean stocks?
No, have you the stonk meme?
No.
Hello?
No, I have no idea.
You don't know about the stonks meme?
No, fuck them.
Get in on that shit, idiot.
Dude, all I do in my life now in quarantine is watch wrestling, fucking do analytics about the wrestling I watch for my own enjoyment, and this show, pretty much. That's all I do. And I go to work at a coffee shop, but that's all I do. I don't look at memes. What am I, a memer? I got nothing. I'm bringing the real fire on this episode.
Yeah, really turning it hard.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Are you sending me another stonk mead?
I'm trying.
Well, great. So
I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
We don't have to do it on the show. It's just wasting time.
The fucking stock market. I had a friend that was selling turnips for 537 bells on their island, which is like a huge thing because usually they're sell for maybe 100, less than 100.
Yeah, yesterday was a hot day for turnips. All my friends' islands were going crazy and had 500 over prices. But I had work on Sunday, and I wasn't able to buy turnips, so I'm mad.
Yeah, I bought 500 turnips and I couldn't offload them at all because as soon as I heard about it and tried to go to this person's island to sell a shit ton of money, they closed their island.
The 1 week I wasn't able to buy them.
Yeah.
Everybody's prices went up.
Yep, and I missed out on $315,000, let's just say dollars, because of someone closed their island on me. I'm
Rough.
So mad, and then there's other things I'm mad about in the world. But it's fine. Everything's cool. I'm cool, dude. I'm not
I'm fine.
stressed.
This is great.
I'm
Stonks.
not stressed out at all. But I have a little bit of calm. I won the randomizer this week. I have the power. I have the control. So I'm a little bit calm in that sense. So I guess since you were the loser last week, I guess Mikey, let's hear what's happening on the Blue brand.
All right. This week on SmackDown, we got the show opener of Charlotte Flair opening up SmackDown and talk about Money in the Bank. She says that no matter what happens in that match, I promise the WWE Universe that the Queen will walk out with that briefcase. And then she says, Asuka, I promise you I'm going to use that briefcase and take back my crown and run SmackDown.
Ooh,
then Mandy Rose's music hits. She comes to the ring to confront Charlotte. She says that she's not to look past what's in front of.
Oh, hold on.
I wrote this weird. She says not to look past what's in front of you first. The competitors at Money in the Bank match are fierce and all want that briefcase for a shot at glory, and no one wants it more than me. Then Ruby Riott comes to the ring. Then Candice LeRae comes to the ring, and the four women stare each other down until Riott takes a shot at Charlotte Flair, and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
The 4 women brawl until security breaks them up. And then when it cuts back from commercial, we learn that later tonight, there will be a fatal 4-way match between Charlotte Flair, Mandy Rose, Ruby Riott, and Candice LeRae.
Wow. Is that your main event?
No, my main event is Mustafa Ali and Drew Gulak versus One Nation in a street fight.
Oh, which was announced.
But then I have a main event. I have a main event segment to end out the show this time.
Oh, very nice. It's very nice.
But our main event match is the street fight that I announced last week.
Wow, this you got a fucking action-packed card. You got a street fight. You got a street fight.
Listen,
match,
I lost the last 2
4-way.
weeks. I got to bring the heat.
You're bringing the heat, and let's see how spicy that heat could be. I like that opener. I like the opener. What else is happening?
Our first match of the night is Heavy Machinery versus Street Profits in a non-title bout, in which the Street Profits take home the victory.
Ooh.
And after the match, Heavy Machinery walk up to the Street Profits and hold out their hands for a handshake, which the Street Profits accept. They say, "Dawkins, Ford, we've had hard-fought matches in the past, but that was one of the best. You guys aren't just all talk. You have the guts, the heart, and determination to be on top of this division, and we respect the hell out of you." Anyway, I'm going to cut to the chase. Tonight, you guys beat us fair and square, and my boy Otis and I want a rematch at Money in the Bank. And since you did beat us, I think it's only fair we put these on the line this Sunday, and they hold up the titles. The Street Profits accept the rematch for Money in the Bank, and the teams go their separate ways.
Okay, so officially, is this one of your first matches announced? I believe
Yes. That is the first official match I have announced for Money in the Bank.
Oh, damn.
And don't worry, at the end of tonight, basically all of my matches will be announced.
I hope so. If you don't know, I should have said at the top of the show, Money in the Bank or Money in the Bank pay-per-view this Sunday, folks.
We had very little time to prepare for this pay-per-view, and it was a lot of trying to introduce new people while also building storylines, and stuff got away from me. So today is going to be a very big building episode.
A big ramp up. It's like last week was really establishing the Money in the Bank actual matches, and now you're like, okay, everything else is down. Let's just real quickly.
Literally, it's like, all right, we have our Money in the Bank competitors. Now the rest.
Jesus. Okay, nice. Heavy Machinery versus Street Profits. Big announcement. I like it.
Yeah, and then after that match, we have a segment. GM Page is in her office with Randy Orton finalizing some paperwork for the now announced contract signing between him and McIntyre later tonight.
Ooh,
then
yeah.
Ember Moon storms in the office and demands Paige give her a shot at Asuka's title one more time at Money in the Bank. Moon wants that title more than anything, and she wants to prove to the WWE Universe that she doesn't need Asuka to win and be successful.
Whoa.
Paige says, well, after what Asuka has done to her in the past few weeks, it seems like a fair request. And Asuka doesn't have a challenger yet, so you're in. We can work out the details between you two another time. Right now, I got to finish up my business with Orton. Moon leaves, and Paige and Orton go back to talking about McIntyre, and we fade into our next match, which is the last Money in the Bank qualifier between Braun Strowman and Robert Roode, in which Braun Strowman wins, makes his way towards Money in the Bank.
Oh, so much has just happened. I'm just going to quickly unpack it. So let's
talk about that segment first.
So yeah, we gotta because holy shit. So we got a contract signing between Randy Orton and
which is our main event segment tonight
for the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank. Huge
for a match at Money in the Bank,
not for the title.
For a match at Money in the Bank.
Very interesting. I guess I'll find out what that is. Okay, there's that. Then there's Ember Moon coming in hot. She's sick, presumably sick and tired of Asuka and their miscommunication, and things are heating up. So she's saying she wants to take that title from Asuka. She's really mad at Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
So she's getting a title shot at Money in the Bank. And then, third of all, we go straight into a match, which was Braun Strowman versus Robert Roode. Braun Strowman getting the win, which now that means our official men's Money in the Bank match itself is finalized. Do you want me to read out that match real quick, Mikey?
Yeah, let's do it.
So that match, men's Money in the Bank, is going to be someone from Raw, which we'll find out tonight, versus Daniel Bryan versus Andrade versus R-Truth versus Pete Dunne versus Matt Riddle versus Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Wow.
What a great we have some really awesome Money in the Bank matches coming up.
I thought the women's match looked pretty good, but the men's match is looking even pretty nice as well, honestly.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm excited. Okay. What else is happening on the show?
All right. So after that Money in the Bank qualifier match, we have a video package, and it's Undisputed Era is coming to SmackDown.
Finally, I was wondering where the hell they went. It's been weeks of no Era. I was wondering what happened with them.
Yeah, we get a hype package for Undisputed Era making their coming to SmackDown. Not their debut because they have been on SmackDown in the past.
Correct.
But they're coming back to SmackDown, so we're hyping that up.
Yes, I'm excited. Undisputed Era coming back to SmackDown. I was like, man, Mikey hasn't used Undisputed Era.
I have plans.
You have plans. Ooh.
Anyway, we have our next match, which is the Fatal 4-Way between Charlotte Flair, Mandy Rose, Ruby Riott, and Candice LeRae, in which Charlotte Flair does end up picking up the victory.
Okay. Nice. Charlotte Flair getting a huge victory. Do you mind if I ask, who does she pin in this match?
Charlotte Flair pins Mandy Rose.
Okay. Charlotte Flair pins Mandy Rose. A little bit of protection to Ruby and Candice. Charlotte Flair gets the win. Okay, Very nice. You're booking her, make her look strong. A good, probable person's going to win that match.
Yes.
Okay, makes sense.
Next up, we have a backstage interview with Samoa Joe about his U.S. title reign so far. Joe says, "I'm just getting started. I've only held this title for a few weeks, but I can already see that I'll be holding this title for a long time based on the challengers I faced so far. No one has been able to step up to me and give me a match I could be proud of. I want a fight." Then, from out of frame, someone taps Joe on the shoulder, and Joe turns around and gets decked by a straight right hand. Kevin Owens steps into frame and says, "So, Joe, you want to fight?
I was about to say,
you want to fight, huh?"
I was about to say, Lacey Evans. The women's right hand.
Kevin Owens steps into frame and says, "So, Joe, you want to fight, huh? Well, I'm pretty good at those." Owens picks Joe up and hits him with a few more punches. Then Joe's
Then Joe vomits all over the floor. Jesus.
And then he throws Samoa Joe into the monitor and knocks him out. Owens leans over to Joe, grabs his U.S. title, and says, "If you want to fight for this, meet me this Sunday at Money in the Bank."
Yeah, baby.
Throws the title back on Joe and walks away.
Yeah, baby. Oh, my God. Okay, so we got Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe announced for United States. Kevin Owens going back after that United States title.
Yeah.
Or is he? Hold on.
He has respect for it this time.
I guess the United States title was on Raw for the past season. So yeah, I guess
now that it's back on SmackDown, he wants it back, but this time he cares about it.
This time, well, we'll see what happens when he gets it, or if he gets it. I like it. Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe, big boy matchup. I like it.
Now, our last match of the evening between Mustafa Ali and Drew Gulak versus One Nation in a street fight. I will say this might be a little controversial, but it ends in a draw when both teams knock each other out.
Oh,
No one can reach a count of 10, and both teams knocked each other out. When they get back to their feet, GM Page storms her way to the ring and says, "No way. It's not ending like this. It can't end like this. These fans deserve more, and they'll get more. At Money in the Bank, these two teams will face off again in a first-time ever match. Last men standing. Whichever team takes the other down for a 10 count will get the victory. See you all then."
Holy shit. Okay, hold on. So just real quickly, we're talking One Nation draw in the street fight. You're going to have to tell me what happened in this thing. But then you got a fucking huge match. One Nation versus Mustafa Ali. I was writing it down real quickly. And Drew Gulak in a tag team last man standing match. I believe that's what you're talking about when you said that that's like a first time ever matchup, Mikey.
I'm pretty sure it's first time ever. I did a little bit of research, and it didn't look like there was any tag team last man standing matches before. So I wanted to make sure that this was first time ever because I think it could be really, really cool, especially between these two teams.
Yeah, how does that work? I guess you have to get. Is it like elimination and then it becomes handicap match, or is it like or is it like sort of like both team members on the other side have to be knocked out for 10?
So it's both team members have to be knocked down for a count of 10, but at least as long as one person on your team is standing, the count stops.
Okay, that makes sense.
So like if 3 of them are down, like let's say it's like 3 of them, and then like Cruz is still standing at the end, then One Nation wins.
I see. I like that. I also like the idea of it being elimination. that opens up a lot
that
of.
Could also, I thought about that, but I thought it might have been like too crazy.
That's like an Impact move where it's just like, you know what, fuck it, we're just go insane with it. Holy crap! I like it. I like it. We're setting up for a last man standing match. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How does the draw work in a street fight? What big spot is in your head that causes this draw?
I have no idea. I was really hoping you wouldn't ask me that because I have no idea what huge spot takes them all out.
Yeah, it's like something happens where just like they all just fall off of a building. Money in the Bank style.
I was thinking it has to be like ladder, like I was thinking it was like a big Tower of Doom off of a ladder through the announce tables or something, like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man, but it's wild. Like I can't even think about what the spot was.
Yeah, I like it. Holy crap, that's Jesus. Or maybe like a big Tower of Doom off of a spot, not just through the announce table, but through like a thing of wires.
Yeah, like off the stage.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, this is out for blood.
And like
all of a sudden.
all the sparks fly. There's explosions.
Yeah, little pyro explosions. I like
Yeah.
it. Okay, One Nation versus Ali and Gulak, last men standing match.
Mm-hmm.
Or last team standing.
Yeah, I guess. I called it last men standing, but it could be like last team standing, I guess.
I think last team standing just is clearer.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Last team standing.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't your main event. You said you got main event contract signing still left.
So
right?
now the main event segment is a contract signing between Orton and Drew McIntyre for a match at Money in the Bank. Orton comes to the ring and says, "Listen, Drew, I'll accept your challenge as soon as you come down to this ring and settle it like a gentleman over contract. Let's make this match at Money in the Bank 100% official. Get down here and we can talk man to man." Randy Orton sits at the table and awaits Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre makes his way to the ring and sits at the table. He grabs a mic and says, "Okay, Randy, we could do this your way. I don't really mind. All I want is a shot at that trophy on your shoulder. And come this Sunday, that's exactly what I'll have, along with a new spot on my mantle." And the Viper joining it. Drew signs the contract.
When he rips off his skin and takes out a teeth or a fang, and just
Of course, perfect. Drew signs the contract and he slides it over to Randy, and Randy picks up the pen, and as he goes to sign it, the lights go out. On the Tron, we see a message written in red.
When we say red, do we mean blood or just red font colors?
It's red. It's red font, but it looks like it's like blood dripping. You know what I mean?
Cool.
It says, "Drew, I see you didn't take my warning seriously." The lights come back on to reveal none other than the Demon Finn Balor behind Drew McIntyre.
Oh shit!
Drew turns around in horror and sees one of his trophies staring him directly in the face. Then the Demon takes down Drew with the 1916 and throws him on the table and beats him down until Drew is barely conscious. The Demon then hits Drew with a coup de grace through the table. Orton picks up the contract and says, "By the way, Drew, this match wasn't against me. It never was. It was against him." The demon picks up the pen and uses it to prick his finger and smears blood, signing the contract. Orton says, "If you beat him this Sunday, then you get to me." Orton and the Demon leave, and SmackDown comes to a close.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
Orton has literally made a deal with the devil.
How the fuck did he swing that shit? Oh my god! Number one contenders match for the WWE Championship: Balor McIntyre, baby.
Oh yeah!
Holy crap!
He got the rematch everyone's been waiting for.
Fucking months months this rivalry has been on pause.
The WrestleMania match is finally coming to fruition, and I am literally shaking.
It is that. What was it? He got injured. Oh fuck! What was it? Like so freaking long ago. And now he's back. Now we have god dang flabbit. Finn Balor is back. He's back on SmackDown. Yeah, no, he's on NXT or whatever. Nah, screw that. He's on SmackDown, baby. Oh my god.
And he's coming right back for Drew McIntyre.
And he's the Demon. He left as the Demon injured, but he's returned as the Demon as well.
He's a different demon now.
He's a demon spelled with an I. Deimon.
Demon.
Demon. He is a demon. Oh my god.
That's why the original message says, "Don't forget about your past, Drew."
Oh man, his demons are coming back to haunt him
because Drew thought he was done with the demon. Drew thought it was over, but baby. No, he's back and stronger than ever, and he wants a match at Money in the Bank.
Holy crap! Okay, yeah, Money in the Bank shaping up. Oh, holy crap! Huge. Can you just read out to me real quickly all of the matches that you've made today? No. Holy shit!
So. At Money in the Bank, SmackDown has the pre-show match, which is Heavy Machinery versus Street Profits for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles. Then we have our Money in the Bank matches. And then we have Iconics versus Banks and Bailey for the Boss and the Thug for the Women's Tag Team Championships.
I forgot to write down that.
We have Gulak and Mustafa Ali versus One Nation in a last team standing match. We have Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Asuka versus Ember Moon, and Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens.
Holy crap.
For the United States title, I'm sorry. And Asuka versus Ember Moon is for the women's title on SmackDown.
Holy shit. Big stacked card you're coming at for this fucking pay-per-view. Holy crap.
Let it be noted, the WWE title is not on the line.
No, not on the line. Not on the line whatsoever. Holy crap. Big oh shit, big card. Big SmackDown-sized card on that side.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope you know I'm literally shaking, and I don't know it's because of the coffee or because I'm really excited about that last promo.
Or is it about the fucking randomizer about to fucking steal your ass?
Oh my god, you're right. I'm about to get destroyed. I had such a cool card. I'm about to get destroyed.
I love that card, Mikey. I thought it was very good. I'm afraid I'm going to have to hit the randomizer. The audience says... I hope the audience likes that card, too. Obviously, if you like that card, vote in the poll on Twitter @HitTheBooksPod, and you can vote in that poll and vote for Mikey SmackDown.
I'm swinging with haymakers this week, guys. I brought back the feud of the fucking century for this one.
Not only does it make Mikey feel good, it also gives him power of the randomizer.
Yeah.
And the power randomizer has deemed a verdict on this card, Mikey. I've given you since I have the power of the randomizer this week, thanks to the audience. It has rolled something for you. I have it right in front of me.
Oh no!
Nagging injury.
Oh shit!
Roll a D whatever to see which wrestler gets a nagging injury tag. If that wrestler then gets injured in another match, add a +3 modifier. So if
my entire Money in the Bank card is on this match.
Well, okay,
is on this.
I know. Okay, so let me get through this. Remember, let's talk through this nagging injury. So
I know what it is.
So if I'm walking it through the audience.
I know you are. I'm just saying, I get
it. just sit in sadness real quick. So the nagging injury, basically, let's say if it applies to Drew McIntyre, if he we roll the randomizer and it somehow shows up that McIntyre gets injured for 4 weeks or whatever, then because he has a nagging injury, that 4 weeks becomes 7 weeks. Additionally, if the person wrestles in some sort of hardcore match, aka let's just say a Money in the Bank ladder match,
or a last man standing match,
then that person who has the nagging injury will be out for 3 weeks. So immediately, Mikey has to hope that this nagging injury applies to someone that is in not any of these matches. You'll still have the match at Money in the Bank.
It'll still be there.
That person will get injured for 3 weeks afterwards.
Jeez. It's like Sasha Banks at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, so not great. So let's real quickly, I'm just going to pull over on your thing. Let's count up how many people here are wrestling for you, Mikey. You got 4 in Heavy Machinery Street Profits. You got 5, 6 in Strowman Rude, 7, 8, 9, 10 in Flair, Rose, Riot, LeRae. 11, 12, 13, 14 in Ali, Gulak, and One Nation. So you only got 14 people. And many of those people are in only Machinery and Street Profits would be good for you. legit. The only people that would be really safe would be Street Profits or Heavy Machinery. One of them getting injured. So let me roll a D. What was it? 14? I said.
Yep.
Roll a D14 for you, Mikey, and let's see who gets this nagging injury tag. The answer. I rolled a D14. I got a 3. So.
Oh no! Someone in the Money in the Bank match.
Who is number 3 and on your card? Heavy Machinery, so someone in Street Profits.
Okay. So somebody in the Street Profits. Okay, so they'll be fine unless they get it in.
So
injured.
I guess up to you.
Or in a hardcore match.
Up to you. I guess maybe let's just say up to me. I'll say Angelo Dawkins gets a nagging
Dawkins?
injury.
Okay. Rough.
Dawkins.
So now next time he either takes place in a hardcore match or gets an injury, the injury lasts longer, or he takes an automatic 3 weeks from any hardcore things.
Yes.
Got it.
Writing it down for you. Angelo Dawkins nagging injury. Yeah, so if he does anything hardcore, he's out for 3 weeks. If he gets an actual injury, he's fine. I can eventually.
It's like plus 3 weeks onto that injury.
Correct.
Okay.
There's also like recoveries and whatnot that I could potentially roll. That would be like not happy for me. Which I guess you can take off the injuries and whatnot. But dang. Well, there we go. Okay, so I would say of all things that was.
It was a pretty minor set. It was a pretty minor setback considering what could have happened.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. Someone would have been like, "Oh, they're gonna have a match at Money in the Bank, but then they'll be out for 3 weeks."
Yeah, I just got scared when I realized my entire Money in the Bank card was like everyone who's fighting in a Money in the Bank match is in this card today.
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. Okay, well then there we go. There's SmackDown, baby. Want to hear what's happening on Raw this week?
I'd love to hear what's happening on Raw this week.
Okay, opening up Raw is Seth Rollins and Murphy. I was going to say Buddy Murphy, no longer. He's no longer your buddy. He is just Murphy. He's opening up Raw. Seth Rollins says that 3 weeks ago, they made their statement clear. Legends of the past no longer have a place on this show. Only legends of the present, like myself, pointing to himself, and legends of the future, like Disciple Murphy here. You see, I am here to save Monday Night Raw. And it's okay if you don't understand my reason. Just understand that what I am doing is right. I tried to get rid of Edge years ago, and he squirmed his way back into the shadows. Now he returns like a weasel, like a nagging injury, and Seth starts rubbing his neck. And very funny, I said nagging injury. Fate is helping me out even more. We have no use for Edge, and we have no use for Edge, and I will send him back and save Monday Night Raw. Murphy then says now they have to focus on tonight, the number one contenders match for a Raw Tag Team Championships between the War Raiders and the New Day. Murphy says the New Day have returned to Raw to look for something new. The problem is that they themselves are growing old with you fans. We are here to breathe change into the locker room and turn Raw into something better. Then there's the Viking Raiders, who are adamantly different and bring a sense of change, but they want to help someone like Edge. They don't want to change, but rather live in the past that no longer exists. Seth Rollins says the Disciples have brought change to Raw and will continue when the New Day walk out. It's a new day, yes it is. Big E and Xavier Woods say that they have enough listening to some preacher wannabe. They say Rollins isn't bringing a change to Raw. He's just holding down the division with an iron fist, or I should say a gloved fist. And how can they dog on Edge? The man is a Hall of Famer, a man who made a legendary comeback from a torn down neck. Plus his entrance music slaps. And then Woods, and presumably then Xavier Woods and Big E start singing a song a little bit until irate Rollins.
Woods play it on trombone.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
yeah, and then Big E just goes for it. And irates Rollins so much that Murphy and Rollins attack New Day. And after a bit of a beatdown, the Viking Raiders come out to make the save once again, but the Disciples roll out of the ring this time. Then the Viking Raiders help up New Day, but they give each other a little stare down, then raise each other's hands, right before their number one contenders match later tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, nice little tag team setup and reminder about what the hell that they've sort of been feuding with Edge.
I'm into it.
Okay, first matchup. Thank you. First matchup is Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair with Naomi. They're going back and forth. We had a little bit of rivalry brewing up after what Bianca said and Naomi said last week as well. But during the match, the ref gets hit and gets knocked down. Naomi and Belair come in and start beating down Morgan together.
Oh, no.
Someone's got to make the save. Who is it, Mikey? None other than the woman from Down Under, Rhea Ripley, makes her final debut and saves Liv Morgan.
Here.
Saves Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan ends up picking up the victory. And it does get announced later in the night that at Money in the Bank, it will be Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley taking on Bianca Belair and Naomi.
I am loving the tag team action we have going. It's the Money in the Bank.
Yes, yeah, we're helping out the women's tag team division over here.
We got Gulak Mustafa, One Nation. We got Heavy Machinery, Street Profits. We got the Iconics, Banks and Bailey. We got Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan going against Belair and Naomi. What the hell? We are going tag team crazy at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it's like it matters all of a sudden. Next up, we have a segment. And just a reminder, Mikey, do you remember what I said last week was the final Money in the Bank qualifier match was?
Yeah. Yes, I believe it's Aleister Black versus Keith Lee.
Yes, segment here. Awesome. Aleister Black is seen backstage on the floor, knocked out. Superstars and trainers and other personnel rush to help him, but he has to then be taken to a medical facility.
A local medical facility.
Aleister Black has been knocked out.
Yikes.
Yeah, so scary stuff for Aleister. It appears he might not be able to make it to his Money in the Bank qualifying match against Keith Lee.
Who's going to take his place?
I don't know. Match number 2, Ricochet versus King Corbin. Before the match, King Corbin tries to get Ricochet to kneel to him. Ricochet, of course, refuses. But then they have the match. King Corbin ends up winning with a roll-up, holding the tights.
All right.
That match sets up a Money in the Bank match, Ricochet versus King Corbin, just in a straight-up normal match at Money in the Bank.
Sweet.
Yeah, a little bit of...
Classic.
Yeah, Ricochet doesn't want to bend the knee to King Corbin.
I like it. I like a nice simple, I'm not going to say chill, but nice, simple, easy build.
Yeah, just something to happen.
Just rattle off the match. Yeah,
King Corbin and Ricochet are doing something.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it.
Since Ricochet is not in the Money in the Bank.
Not everything has to be a crazy banger of a match.
Yeah, and also can I also say that? Can I do a quick peek behind the curtain?
Yes.
Ricochet was supposed to beat Andrade in the Money in the Bank qualifier.
Oh.
And nothing changed. Nothing caused me to change that other than I looked at my men's Money in the Bank participants and I was like, a lot of baby faces. need a heel to win this. And I was looking at it, I was like, I need a heel. I was like, oh, Ricochet's losing now. So I was like, well, I need to give Ricochet something because I like Ricochet. And I was like, well, King Corbin's not doing anything, so guess what, boys? You're working.
Honestly, if you hadn't told me, I would have never even thought about that. That's good booking right there.
Thank you. Next up,
natural.
Yeah. Next up, backstage interview with Roman Reigns. He's asked, of course. Big talk in the locker room backstage is, if anyone's heard anything, everyone knows anything that happened to Aleister Black. Roman says what happened to Aleister Black was really awful and is a huge shame. He hopes that the person that did it steps forward because he knows a lot of people in the back. He knows a lot of people in the back did not like him, being Aleister Black, namely Sheamus, maybe also AJ Styles, since he looked a little upset after the match a few weeks ago. The interviewer then says that, lucky enough, it appears that Roman has replaced Aleister Black in his qualifying match tonight, which means he will face Keith Lee yet again, third time in 4 weeks. Yeah.
Convenient there, Roman Reigns.
Convenient.
Eyes on you, Roman.
Roman says...
You're looking mad suspicious, Roman.
Mikey, would I turn Roman Reigns heel? Why would I do that?
Are you so bold?
Would I be so bold? No, I'm not. Roman says that he is a very, very, very lucky man to have received this opportunity, and he's going to make the most of it. Keith Lee has been an amazing competitor for the past 3 weeks, But this is his yard, and he wants his WWE Championship back, and this is his only chance that he's got, or second chance that he's got, I should say.
Listen, I'm still suspicious about Roman Reigns. I'm not until it is confirmed who did this to Aleister Black. I will be suspicious of Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns at the top of your hit list.
Right now, he seems like suspect number one because he's gained the most from this.
That's fair enough. He's got motive. I guess. Well, also Sheamus and Styles have a little bit of motive, I guess. Not really as big motive, maybe.
I guess we'll see.
The interviewer then asked Roman that him receiving Black spot does seem a little suspect.
Where were you tonight, Roman?
Where were you? Is there
takes like a random lamp and just shines it in his face?
Awesome. Oh God, so many watts. Is there any chance Roman attacked Aleister Black? Roman denies it, saying that he would never go down that road. He's worked too hard to earn the respect of his peers, and he isn't going to take that. What the fuck did I write here? He earned the respect of his peers, and he isn't going to take that spot that way. He's lucky he's got Black spot, but he did not attack him to get it. So just Roman outright denies it. Mikey, how do you feel about this investigation?
I'm looking at you, Roman.
Perfect. Next up is a match: Shayna Baszler versus Natalya. This is somewhat of a semi-squash match. It's more of like Baszler sort of playing with her food a little bit with Natalya. And I do want to say Becky Lynch was on commentary during this match.
Interesting.
Yes. Shayna Baszler ends up getting the victory. Like I said, she was sort of playing her for food, so she was sort of steps ahead of Natalya. Streets ahead, if it were, over Natalya. So Baszler gets the victory, heading into Money in the Bank.
Nice.
Next up, we got another backstage interview. This time with AJ Styles. AJ is asked if he attacked Aleister Black earlier tonight. AJ Styles denies it, saying that after the match, he earned a great deal of respect for Aleister Black. Yes, he was mad, but who isn't after a high performance match like that? AJ then asked who was suggesting it was him, and the interview said it was Roman. AJ is surprised and says, "Roman? Why is he coming after me? He should be focusing on his own shit because he wants to be in that Money in the Bank match, and now he's in it. Looks like a clear motive to me."
Everyone's just accusing each other. This is crazy.
This is crazy.
We have a freaking murder mystery on our hands. Except not murder. We have a beatdown mystery on our hands, which doesn't sound nearly as dramatic.
We need the what's the fucking word? Literary term? Alliteration. We need the alliteration. A beatdown. What's another word for mystery? Synonyms. Here we go. Mystery synonym.
Beatdown. Beatneck. I don't know.
Oh God. What? Maybe not beatdown, but maybe beatdown synonym. What do we got here? Beatdown synonym. Crestfallen? No, not the kind of beatdown I guess I'm looking for. Maybe I'll do murder. Knockout, not knockout.
Assault? Is that anything? Assault anomaly?
Conundrum, puzzle, secret, riddle. Is that anything?
A crackdown conundrum?
Crackdown conundrum. Awful. Anyways, next up, number one contenders match for the Raw Tag Team titles. The match between Viking Raiders versus New Day. Of course, each winning their elimination tag matches last week. During the match, the LLC, Bobby Lashley, Cesaro, and Lana, tried to take out the New Day, but the Usos stopped them. However, that distraction does not help the New Day. It does allow the Viking Raiders to pick up a victory. The Viking Raiders win, and they will be going on to Money in the Bank and be facing the Disciples, Seth Rollins and Murphy, for the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Nice.
Yeah, so just a quick little match. LLC is trying to, they're doing stuff.
I like the factions over there.
The factions? Yeah.
Like the new tag teams that are spawning.
Yeah.
I know you had you were kind of short on tag teams, so I'm glad we got new ones popping up here and there.
Well, now I need to make even more tag teams because goddamn fucking B team, go, or whatever the fuck is over. So I need to think of even more tag teams.
This is neat though. It's a cool like I think this is a cool opportunity for you to make some pairings you never would have thought of.
You know, in hindsight, when I said I could steal a superstar, I should have maybe stolen a heel tag team and really screwed you up.
I don't have that many heel tag teams.
I could have taken Era. What was I thinking?
Oh no!
I could have. What if I just took Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, and you can have Adam Cole and Roderick Strong?
I could have worked with that.
Yeah, that's workable. Next up, it's just a quick video package announcing the participants and hyping up the number one contenders battle royal for the IC title at Money in the Bank. Mm-hmm. Mikey, would you like to know the participants?
I would.
Hold on, real quickly. I just need to eliminate one person. Actually, I also need to add a person. So, oh shit.
Yeah,
I just realized I got to add a person now because Curtis Axel no longer works for this company.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs indeed. Who the frick frack can I just add real quickly? Is he there? Is he in this match? Yeah, fuck, he's in this match. Okay, well, there'll be another. You'll find out on Money in the Bank pay-per-view. But basically, the participants that are so far announced is going to be The Miz, Sheamus, Shorty G, Elias, a returning Jinder Mahal, Titus O'Neil, Lindsay Dorado, Grand Metalik, Bo Dallas, Jimmy and Jay Uso, Bobby Lashley, Cesaro, AJ Styles, and someone else. I don't know yet. Oh, Cedric Alexander. I can do Cedric Alexander. Ha-ha.
There you go.
That worked out in my favor. Cedric Alexander is also going to be in the match. So what is that? I think that's a 10-man. I want to say that's a 10-man battle royal.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And that person's going to face John Morrison later in the night. Okay, and then the final match here, the main event, of course, it was going to be Aleister Black versus Keith Lee, but because Aleister Black has been murdered, Roman Reigns has replaced him. So it's Roman Reigns versus Keith Lee, men's Money in the Bank qualifier. And guess what, Mikey? This is their third match in 3 weeks. So this is the tiebreaker as well.
The rubber match.
The rubber match, baby. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever bounces off of me sticks to. Roman Reigns gets the victory in this match. Roman Reigns wins.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Mikey is real suspect of Roman Reigns right now.
I am. Listen, he's suspect number one. Like I said, he's got the most gain out of this. It's simple.
Yeah, he has happened to gotten the most gain. AJ Styles, of course, was a little mad, but he's saying that he is saying that he has Black's respect. And then we haven't heard from Sheamus at all, who legit last week after Aleister Black's match, Sheamus ran in and attacked Aleister Black. So Sheamus is also a suspect, but we haven't heard anything from him.
Interesting.
But Roman Reigns versus Keith Lee, the rubber match for the Money in the Bank qualifier. Roman Reigns wins. So that means the full men's Money in the Bank ladder match is going to be Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Andrade, R-Truth, Pete Dunne, Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn, and Braun Strowman.
All right.
Yeah, so and I think, if I'm not mistaken, our entire card from Money in the Bank has been revealed now, Mikey, because I am done with my Monday Night Raw card.
Yes, it has.
So, that is Monday Night Raw. Of course, if you liked that card, go over to Twitter @HitTheBooksPod and vote in the poll whether you liked Raw or SmackDown more. Of course, that week, next week's show, that poll will reveal who has the power of the randomizer that week.
It does.
If you give it to me, then I'll just steal even more superstars and injure more of Mikey's superstars. So,
oh no, please!
I'll become the heel that I truly deserve to be.
That's not what I need.
Let's quickly run down the Money in the Bank pay-per-view that's happening this Sunday, both in real life and for us folks. Mikey, you already sort of ran down the SmackDown side. You just want to do a quick refresher?
Yeah. All right. So for the SmackDown side, we have Heavy Machinery versus the Street Profits in the pre-show for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. We have Iconics versus Banks and Bayley for the Women's Tag Team titles. We have Gulak and Mustafa Ali versus One Nation in a last team standing match. We have Asuka versus Ember Moon for the Women's Championship. We have Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens for the United States title. And finally, we have Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre and if McIntyre wins, he gets a shot at Orton's title.
Wait, hold on. What if McIntyre? What happens if Balor wins?
I guess we'll find out.
It's not a number one contenders match. It's just if McIntyre wins, he gets a WWE title shot.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's what the stipulation was, that if McIntyre can knock off the Demon, then he gets to Orton.
Oh, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought it was a number one contenders match.
Nope.
Okay.
Right now, as of right now, Finn Balor and Orton seem to be working together.
Yes, very strangely enough. And on the Raw side, of course, we have the number one contenders 10-man battle royal for the IC title match, with a bunch of those participants that I already read out. We also have John Morrison defending his IC title against the winner of that battle royal. We have Ricochet versus King Corbin.
It's still crazy that we're having the whole battle royal, and then whoever wins that battle royal has to have another match.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, I love when that happens, because it adds like another narrative level to the match, to the title match.
Yeah, it adds more stakes.
Yeah.
We got Ricochet versus King Corbin, the Disciples versus the Viking Raiders in a Raw Tag Team Championship, Liv Morgan and the match debut for Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair and Naomi. We have what else do we have? Did you read off the women's and men's Money in the Bank?
I did not.
Oh, then we have the women's Money in the Bank match, which was Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Carmella, Mandy Rose, Ruby Riott, Candice LeRae, and Charlotte Flair for the women's Money in the Bank. And I already read off the men's Money in the Bank, so I'm not going to read it off, folks. So just go back, just hit 15 seconds back just a bunch of times until you get there.
You'll find it.
So yeah, that is our Money in the Bank. That's our full 4-week build to Money in the Bank, and that is our pay-per-view. Again, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is this Sunday, folks. So hit subscribe on this podcast feed so that you can make sure to get it in your Dropbox for free this Sunday when it drops out. Big, exciting pay-per-view. I'm very excited how this is going to work. We've never sort of done something like this. I pitched you a wild idea, Mikey, and we have to flesh it out, I guess, a little bit after this recording.
I do like that idea. I will say that.
Yes.
It makes for the context of the match, your idea makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but a little bit of tease there, I guess. So find out this Sunday what we have in plan for this pay-per-view, which I'm very excited based on that idea, and now I know that you like that idea. Makes me even more excited for that.
It makes sense from how we've seen Money in the Bank matches go. It makes sense.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for this pay-per-view. Definitely check it out this Sunday, folks. Subscribe if you can. Not even if you can. Just do it. Just subscribe. You get the podcast.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
It costs you nothing, and it means everything to us.
Yes. Thank you so much for everybody for listening. Again, subscribe when you can. And if you like the show, leave a review. Leave a kind review. 5 stars or more. We would greatly appreciate it.
We can only go up to 5. They finally kicked us out of the Tokyo Dome. They finally found us
after all these years and all these beers.
After this after all this COVID-19 stuff, they found us in the closet when they were looking for people, and they kicked us out.
When they were looking for disinfectant wipes, they finally found us.
They were looking for disinfecting wipes and hand sanitizer in the broom closet. And
I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
No, me neither. We should have been there. It's fair.
The good news is that we are in Hurricane Hall, so I guess we'll be good for a little bit longer. So follow us on Twitter at HitTheBooksPod as well. Again, like I said, you can vote in that poll that's on our Twitter page. It'll be pinned at the top, and you can vote which episode of Raw or SmackDown here did you like more. And the power of what your vote is gives the power to the randomizer to the person next week. So that is exciting. That is your power there, folks. Mikey, any final thoughts? Anything else to say?
Just want to say a quick announcement, because I don't think I said it on the Twitter yet. Mikey's Indy 500, if you haven't noticed, is on a little bit of a hiatus right now. I just need to figure out how to rework the show a little bit, because it was just starting to take more of a mental toll on me than I thought. So I'm just going to rework the show a little bit, and once I come with a good idea of how I want to keep doing it, it will continue, I promise. I love watching the matches, and I love watching a lot of wrestling, and I want to share it with all of you, but I just need to find a different format for it.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of burnout mixed with world fatigue.
Yeah.
makes it a little bit tougher. But I get that. I've heard some ideas that you've had, Mikey, and it makes me excited for when that show does eventually come back. But if you need something to hold you over, folks, we did have a brand new show that debuted last Monday.
Great transition.
Great transition. Great Transition's my middle name, except when I just fuck up completely.
Is this Paul Blart Mall Cop? Because we're all about segues.
Jesus Christ. I don't have a way to transition out of that.
I'm just gonna leave. That was terrible.
See you, Mikey. If you missed out on another show, we do have a new show that's on this feed. All the more reason to subscribe. It's called Wrestling with Statistics. It's me talking with Pro Wrestling Musings, Craig Leask himself. If you love Pro Wrestling Musings on Twitter, I highly recommend it at PW Musings. We have a brand new show that's coming out, or not even coming out. It is out. Wrestling Statistics. It is a unique perspective of looking at wrestling through the world of stats and analytics and numbers. Basically, like last week's episode and coming up this week's episode, we're watching AEW Dynamite, we're looking at the stats and numbers that come from it, and seeing what the stats tell us was the story of the match versus what the match emotionally conveyed, I guess you can say. A very unique perspective that I don't know anyone that really does that. So, if you remember System Check back in the day, it's sort of like what's the version? Version 2's baby of that. You know what I mean? Like not a growth evolution of. Maybe that's the better word. Evolution from that show. So, if you like listening to stats and numbers and all that stuff, and like to listen to System Check, highly recommend you check out Wrestling Statistics with Pro Wrestling Musings. So go check that out. If you also want, you could. We also are on Red Circle. You can go scroll down to the bottom of the description page. If you'd like, you can support us on Red Circle. What that means is just, donating a couple money or just becoming a reoccurring member and just, help us out and stuff, during this times and whatnot. If you so choose, if you so like to. We would greatly appreciate it if you do that.
Absolutely.
I have been Ryan Knightsey, and for Mikey Manfredi, thank you everybody for listening to this week's episode of Hit the Books. We will see you this Sunday for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And yeah, I guess that's it. For Ryan, for Mikey, I'm Ryan, so I don't know why I said for myself. We've got 2 words for you.
Book it.